Hello, 2021 graduates. First, I would like to thank all of my colleagues for this great honor, and I would also like to thank my family, without whose support I would not be here today. But the real superstars today are you, the students, the ones who have endured one of the most challenging years our college and our nation have faced, and you still accomplished your goal of graduating. Congratulations to all of you. Before I share with you some words of wisdom, I would like to briefly share my story, and I hope that it is an inspiration for some of you. The road to my education and career was rocky, to say the least. I was what people often refer to as a wild child, and when I was 16, I dropped out of high school and I moved out of my parents' house. I had many adventures, traveled all over, and it wasn't until 6 years later, when I found myself a single mother, that I made the decision to go back to school. I started my educational journey at a California community college, and it felt like there was a mountain in front of me that I had to climb, and I couldn't see the top. But after 5 years at community college, I transferred to UC Santa Cruz, where I would eventually earn my bachelor's in history. It was at UC Santa Cruz where I met my husband. Some of you may know him, Dr. Leif Jordan. Having a bachelor's degree, I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to help people and make a difference in this world. So I went to work in law offices, child care centers, food banks, and other nonprofit organizations. After several years, we moved to the Coachella Valley. By then, I had 4 kids between the ages of 4 and 15. With my husband's encouragement, I went back to school to earn a master's degree. I'll tell you, commuting from Palm Springs to Cal State San Bernardino main campus and UC Riverside was tough, and I missed spending time with my family. But it was in graduate school that I discovered a love of teaching, which led me here to College of the Desert. The bottom line is, looking back, I would never have guessed I would be here today with this honor of sharing my story with you. But I share this story because at so many points on this journey, I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And after a journey that took over 20 years, I have a career that I love. But enough about me. Let's get back to your journey. How remarkable you all are. You have just accomplished one of the most important goals of your life, and you were able to do it despite a global pandemic, a malware attack, a crazy election year, and in addition to all of the obstacles of regular life. We live in a transformative time. Powerful social justice movements such as Black Lives Matter and Me Too have gained momentum in the past years. These movements are important forces for positive change in our society. But there is much more work to do. Whether you are transferring or joining the workforce after this, I hope that you realize that the journey does not end here. In fact, it is only the beginning. Each and every one of you has the power to transform the world around you. One thing I know for certain, especially from studying history, is that we do stand on the shoulders of giants, but we also are responsible for creating those shoulders for future generations. No matter who you are and what you choose to do, you can make a difference. History is full of people, many of them unknown, who have made a difference, and sometimes the smallest things can make the hugest difference to the people who need it most. As you move on with your lives, I want you to remember 3 things. Stand up for what you believe, work hard, and be kind to people. Thank you so much.